everyone, my name is Veyuna and I'm Project Manager at Baltic Aviation Academy. Thank you for joining this webinar. Today I would like to talk about type rating training benefits in Baltic Aviation Academy for Indian pilots. During this webinar we will discuss such topics as current and future fleet structure, pilots' demand in Indian subcontinent, and what steps should be taken while choosing aviation training center. Firstly, I would like to introduce who we are and what kind of services we provide. Baltic Aviation Academy is one of the leading training organizations in Europe. We offer trainings for pilots who want to start their career from the zero and want to get private pilot license, commercial pilot license, airline transport pilot license. As well, we have 18 different type rating programs and additional trainings, such as crew resource management, firefighting, and others. We operate 54 different types of full flight simulators worldwide, and in our academy we have more than 140 highly qualified instructors from different countries. Our training center is approved by EASA, which regulates all aviation activities in European Union. That means that our certificates are valid in all European countries and in other countries where our training center is approved by local civil aviation authorities. One more significant thing, that Baltic Aviation Academy is a part of largest aviation business group in Eastern Europe, Aviasolution Group, which is the first Lithuanian company to enter Warsaw Stock Exchange. Aviasolution Group is the one big family of aviation companies, which provides aviation services from A to Z, such as MRO services, supply chain solutions, pilots and crew training, aviation staff leasing, ground handling, aircraft fueling, charter flights, and pilots recruitments. Our innovative and growing group of companies has more than 1,300 employees, living and working in 40 locations worldwide. We act in Europe, CIS, and Asia-Pacific region, with representative offices in Lithuania, Poland, Italy, Russia, Malaysia, and United Kingdom. A wide range of aviation services keeps us closer to one of our clients' airlines. That's why our organization is always first to know about aviation and airline development plans, when and who is planning to expand its fleets and announce selection for pilot jobs. So now let's get started. After completing your initial training and getting commercial pilot license, probably all of you have one and same question: what my next step should be? So, if you decided that your dreams to become a successful pilot and work for an airline, first of all you need to ask some questions, such as: what is the current fleet structure in your region? What growth will be in near future? Which types of aircraft are most popular in local airlines? What is current demand for pilots in your market? How many pilots are unemployed? And what pilot demand will be in near future? Answering all these important questions will help you to choose a right type rating in order to develop successful pilot career. And now a little bit of statistics. In this diagram, we can see that around 15 different types of aircrafts are currently operating by the airlines in Indian subcontinent. Fleet includes the most popular aircraft types as Airbus, Boeing, as well as regional aircrafts as ATR, Sergei, Embraer and Dash. According to the numbers of each aircraft type operated in Indian subcontinent, you can clearly see that leaders in the market are Airbus A320, Boeing 737NG, ATR 4272, Also, we have few Boeing 777 and Airbus A330, the rest, as Embraer, Sergei, Dash, are less in numbers. The official statistics of 2012 shows that there are around 600 aircraft of different types in order till 2020 for Indian subcontinent market. Once again, we can see that leading aircraft types are Airbus A320, Boeing 737NG, and ATR 72. Taking into account these numbers, you can easily make a decision which aircraft type to choose planning your career. Well, we have discussed about future fleet in India, but there is no doubt that you have one question in mind. What is the current pilot demand in India? According to statistics of DGCA and airline fleet structure, there are more than 6,000 employed pilots in India. Due to unstable economical situation, there are around 2,000 unemployed CPL holders in India. The growing fleet in Indian subcontinent will cause a tremendous pilots demand. Around 13,000 pilots will be required till 2020. Even if those 2,000 unemployed CPL holders will be employed nevertheless, there still will be a shortage of pilots. 5,000 if talking in numbers. Another important fact that this year will be a change in Indian law, which will open door for European investment in local airline companies up to 49%. This should generate even faster growth of aviation sector. So what to do to be prepared for this challenge? We can answer. You have to be sure that all your licenses, instrument ratings, and certificates are valid. You need to raise your qualification by gaining type rating and be completely ready to jump to this fast-running future train on time. So now, when you already know which types are most popular in your region, probably all of you have the same question: how to choose a credible training academy. And here I would like to recommend following steps that should lead you to successful pilot career. In order to choose a credible training academy, the following steps must be taken. Make a list of 10 academies, determine main criteria, leave only 3 academies, make your final decision. And now I will help you to go through all of these steps. When you will start making a list of your academies, use different internet browsers like Google and others. Also ask for recommendation from your friends. Make sure that none of your 10 chosen academies is reselling service agency, because it's not a secret that nowadays we have many of them. So now you have a list of 10 academies in front of you, but still we have many things to do. Baltic Aviation Academy made a list of criteria which will help you to understand which academy is most credible for you. Academy with less than 3 years experience probably will not be highly experienced and qualified, and most likely will not provide professional service that you are looking for. The next step you have to make is to find out if your chosen academy provides tailor-made type rating programs meeting DGCA requirements. This is very important, because if training program will not match your local regulation requirements, DGCA will not accept your certificate. So you need to check how many ground training and flight training hours will be provided on your chosen type rating program, and does it match DGCA requirements. You probably know that differently from GA license holders, Indian pilots do not get multi-crew cooperation and low visibility orientation courses during their ab initial training, which is required for entering type rating training. Therefore, make sure that those courses are included to your type rating program. Training quality mostly depends on instructors' working experience and competence. So take into the consideration facts about your future instructors as flying hours, current working situation, and of course, English language skills. After you will research all these criteria, do not forget to ask how the academy is equipped, what kind of CBT programs they use, will be the flight training hours provided in full flight simulator, or maybe they will use fixed base simulator for some parts of training. Then ask how many hours. Make sure that the level of simulator they are going to use is D. Ask if other devices are going to be provided for you. Pay attention to the fact how quickly Aviation Training Center personnel responds to your request. Did it take around 1 month or just maximum 1 day? This will let you know how really important you are for them and will they take care of you during your training period. Price is very important. However, do not search blindly for the lowest one. Take into consideration quality of trainings. It is not as easy as buying a newspaper. It is more as buying a car or house. So take your responsibility and choose your academy properly, because you deserve the best quality. So now put all cons and pros of all your 10 listed academies, calculate the result, and finally you have 3 choices in front of you. And now let's judge and scan those 3 ones. It is very important for pilots to pay attention on additional benefits to their training, what creates the added value to their choice. Make sure that academy has a trustworthy and strong partner in India, because it will be your insurance and guarantee for reliable service. Also, if you will need any consultancy, you will always be able to speak face-to-face, not only by emails or phone calls. Since you are going to invest your money, you have to be secured about what you will get. For example, nowadays Baltic Aviation Academy is putting a lot of attention in developing our activities in Indian market, based on partnership with local companies. At the moment, we are cooperating with Aviacom, which provides different services, starting with charter flights, training, leasing, and ending with aviation consultancy. Have in mind that you are going to study in different country with different culture, so personal touch and strong support from somebody trustworthy is necessary. Be sure that during your training you won't need to worry about accommodation, transportation, and other livelihood questions. From your arrival to an airport until completion of training, Aviation Training Center should take care of all your needs. Make sure that all of these additional services are focused on customer convenience. Type rating training month is quite intensive. Would it not be perfect if somebody would take care of these things? Personal driver 24/7, pre-screened hotels, nearby full flight simulator location, table reservation at the finest restaurant, dinner, lunch, or maybe tasty dessert from very nice Indian restaurant, city sightseeing, country traveling, and guided excursion, active leisure to make you feel energized, and other tailor-made services providing best care. Aviation Training Center is not only a place where you will get your type rating. It is also your home for whole months. We have gone through the main aspects of Aviation Training Center. So now calculate all these points you have marked. Finally, you have a winner in front of you. Type rating training should be a great experience, so choosing a credible training center makes you one step closer to your goal. I hope that I made your way easier to choose the right one for you.